In late 2014, the following words were posted to a YouTube video titled "Son of an Area 51 Technician." The man behind the video was avid hiker Kenny Leach. Kenny Leach's comment was set in motion a series of events that would lead to one of Nevada's most puzzling mysteries. Kenny Leach was born in Los Angeles and was a keen adventurer who would regularly set out alone in the Nevada desert and film his adventures and then put them on YouTube under the name Snake Bit McGee. Kenny Leach was a long-distance hiker and hiked mainly in the desert in Nevada and California. On one particular occasion, he was close to Nellis Air Force Base and discovered a hidden cave. The entrance to the cave was shaped like a perfect capital M. As he began to enter the cave, his whole body began to vibrate. The closer he got to the cave entrance, the worse the vibrating became. Suddenly, he became extremely scared and quickly ran out. He considered it to be one of the strangest things that had ever happened to him. After posting and making comments of what had happened to him, many YouTube users encouraged him to return to the cave and enter again, this time documenting his hike and providing evidence of his strange discovery. Kenny took their advice and attempted to return to the cave. Kenny again set off to locate the mysterious cave, and on this occasion he brought along a 9mm handgun and a video camera. He then posted a video of his discoveries along the way, but was unable to find the cave. Unfortunately, his video was met with much negativity, and YouTube commenters both encouraged and provoked him to try for a third time to seek out the cave. Kenny again said that he would try to find the cave. However, there was one comment that stood out from all of the others, and it came with a warning stating, "No, do not go back there. If you find that cave entrance, don't go in. You won't get out." On November the 10th, 2014, Kenny Leach set off for the third time, and unbeknown to him, it would be his last hike. He set out that day telling his family that he was going for a short overnight trip. It was a trip that he would never return from. The disappearance of Kenny Leach would soon turn up on KSNV NBC Las Vegas. It said that a search is on tonight for a local man who went hiking in the Sheep Mountains earlier this month and has still not returned home. 47-year-old Kenny Leach told his family he was going hiking alone on November the 10th, something he did all the time. He was due back 2 days later, but after 10 days, his family is desperately searching for answers. A search party was then sent out. Kenny was not a novice when it came to desert hiking and claimed to have hiked extensively in the area, even leaving several YouTube comments on the Area 51 video detailing his experience. He said, "I solo hike across mountain tops that most people wouldn't dare go. I've been in more caves than I can count. I play with rattlesnakes for fun, but this one particular cave was beyond anything I had ever encountered." In another comment he said, "I've been doing this sort of thing for over 20 years. I go where no one goes, and I never take anyone with me. I find skulls of all shapes and sizes, and occasionally I find really old animal traps. I hike over mountaintop after mountaintop and sleep on peaks under the stars. Sometimes I have to scale giant cliffs to get myself out of a jam, but I always make it back. I'm beat up and tired, and my pack is almost always heavier than when I left. I had to be rescued only one time by a helicopter. I had blown out my left leg at the top of the mountain, and I only had a cup of water left to get me 20 miles back to my truck. It was also over 100 degrees out, so I have a very good safety record." Even though he had 20 years of experience, his YouTube channel and his many supporters had obviously helped to give him a false sense of bravado and that nothing could happen to him. The elusive cave that he originally found and then somehow mislocated was in the Mojave Desert, which is one of the hottest and driest regions on the planet. When he set out on his elusive cave hike, Kenny Leach posted before he disappeared that he was standing next to an abandoned mine shaft. The video shows him narrating information about the cave he was looking for. On November the 22nd, 2014, search and rescue volunteers found Kenny's cell phone. An article at News 3 in Las Vegas said, "We found his cell phone close to a very vertical old mine shaft, and we can't find another trail." Dave Cummings from Red Rock Search and Rescue told the TV news station, "It doesn't mean that he's down the mine shaft, but we have tracked him as far as we can. We are having our other crews come in from the search areas." After they found his cell phone, the trail of Kenny Leach went cold, and it simply vanished. There was now much speculation as to how he had died, and along with his YouTube channel, many varied conspiracy theories abounded. Had Kenny Leach actually fallen down the mine shaft, and if so, his body would surely have been discovered. The fact that it was situated near Area 51 caused even more mysteries, where he had somehow stumbled upon some type of military experiment and were aliens involved. Unfortunately, the most likely outcome was that he had simply perished due to the harsh elements in the area. After a period of time, a woman by the name of Sherion Pilgrim claimed to be Kenny's girlfriend and posted the following comment on his M-Cave hike video saying, "I am the girlfriend that Kenny spoke of in the video. There are so many posts, I had no idea until a friend let me know. So many people are wondering what happened and guessing different things. You are heartfelt about the sadness around what had happened with Kenny. He has not been found, and I feel that he probably will not be found for many, many months, if ever. I want to share what I know and feel about what happened so that you might bring some closure and understanding in your own lives. Kenny absolutely loved hiking in the desert. It was his very, very favourite thing to do. We hiked and camped together all over the Nevada desert, sometimes 9 hours in a day. We found many abandoned mining towns, usually referred to as ghost towns by Nevada hikers. We explored many caves and mine shafts. We were always careful how we explored them, but Kenny was a bit more daring than I was. We wore snake guards, sun protective clothing, used walking sticks, bought enough water and food for the hiking hours, and had extra water food in the car. I want you to know that I do not think Kenny had an accident. I believe he committed suicide. He battled depression for many years and would not take medication or see a doctor. He quit his job a little more than a year before he disappeared. The search for him was started within a couple of days of my call. Over 30 search and rescue team members searched 3 different times on foot. 1 helicopter flyover was done, and there was no trace of Kenny or any of his camping things. They found his car in the area where he told them it would be, and they found his cell phone by the mine shaft in the video. The mine shaft was only about a 4-hour hike from his car. It is my feeling he left it behind so that he could not be traced from the GPS in it. He also did not take his video camera with him on this solo hike. It was left in his home. So he had no intention of filming anything. I share this with you for 2 reasons. First, so that you have more of an understanding who Kenny was, and to bring some peace or understanding to the situation. Secondly, if any of you decide to go out into the desert to look for him or the M-Cave, be careful and bring enough food and water. Walking sticks are a good idea. I'm not doing a solo hike. Bring a GPS and make sure that you have let family or friends know that you are heading out for the hike and where and when you will be returning. A search really can't be on a 1-day hike. You would be repeating much of the same hike, just getting up the mountain and then be left with not many hours in the day to do the search. You would need 2 or 3 days at a time, and in the summer or even late spring, this cannot be done because of the heat of our desert. You would not be able to carry enough water. So please be careful. I had many wonderful experiences with Kenny and will always remember them and have a place of love in my heart for him and the wonderful things we did together. I'm healing from my loss and look forward to new experiences with desert hiking, camping, and taking beautiful pictures of our desert. Enjoy your adventures in life, and thank you for the kind, loving comments sent my way. Did his girlfriend solve the mystery of his disappearance, and did he purposely disappear to a place that he would never be found? I am no therapist, but his last video did not show any signs that he was about to take his life and was looking forward to a cold beer from his truck. But what was the weird sensation that Kenny Leach felt in the mysterious M-Cave that frightened him so much, but at the same time was drawing him back? However, people love a good mystery and conspiracy, and many believe that he had found the strange cave and discovered its dark and dangerous secret inside and never came out.